Okay, I'm going to get you started on the cookie cutter project here. I've already downloaded an image. I'm making one for my daughter. We're in class here. Uh, so hopefully you've worked on your planning sketch a little bit, right? You're planning out how thick to make everything. If I was doing this on paper, right, I'm making this star design, right? I'd kind of draw a star on the paper. 3 inches wide is the max I'm going to go here. But then I want to think about what the profile of it, right? Because it's going to have some eyes and stuff in here and some weird smile, and uh, you do want to think about what the distance is going to be between the side that's cutting and the height that's embossing. And I recommend starting with 1/8 to 3/16, maybe even 3/16 of an inch. You can just type that into the dimension when you extrude it. But let me just kind of give you a basic instruction, because I'm also going to introduce to you here surface modeling, which is a new technique. It has some wrinkles, but it's a really nice way to go. So first thing I'm going to do is put my image in here. Place my image. I put it in downloads. All right, today, there it is. Perfect little nice round cookie cutter thing. You might be saying, Harlan, what the heck is that thing? Well, it's a little baby bum, which is someday in your future when you're a parent and your 3-year-old, 2-year-old is raging and you need them to calm down, and you're like, where's that little baby bum? Get that on the TV now. It's like a drug. It sedates the child. But anyway, so this is the logo. Nice cookie design here, right? This will be great. My daughter's gonna love this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is dimension it, right? I did 3.5 inches because this little space on the side. If you want to crop it down, that's not a bad idea. If like your image you select has a lot of extra blank space on the side, you might want to crop it down to get it so you can dimension a little more accurately. 3.5 inches I did. You don't want to make a cookie design that's too big. So I'm going to start by trying to get a circle on the design approximately. All right. I'm not going to do the whole thing right now, but I'm gonna show you some of it. Um, Now I'm gonna do a little splining for the star here. All right. So you guys have been in this place. I hold down Control on the keyboard and I just start clicking away. Oh boy. And that thing always gets in the way. Super annoying. Probably would want to come back and do that bow separately. Actually, let me start that again. I'm going to pretend like the bow isn't even there. And remember, if you remember back to the logo project, you can be pretty quick with the splining. It will look fine once you 3D print it. You don't have to get too, oh shoot, what happened there? All right, you don't have to get too precise. It'll look fine. All right, oh, look at that. It's ugly there. I'm gonna have to fix that once I get there. Don't do too many points. If it's it'll smooth itself out as you go. I sometimes like the control vertex better. Sometimes this interpolation one gets a little wonky. You can see it's starting to get kind of wonky. I'll have to move some of those points around. Control vertex tends to be more manageable in my opinion, but I want the line to go through the points oh shoot. Misclicked again. And I can fix these lines. See, the interpolation is kind of ugly. I really do want these to be one continuous spline. That's going to give me troubles when I go to extrude it. I'm clicking a little too fast, but oh well. But we can move these lines around and move these points around a little bit. See, it's kind of wavy in there. Not a big fan of that. Anyway, I don't like the way that that end is going either. Control. I should have done control vertex. I regret this interpolation, people. I much prefer control vertex. All right. Now, one thing you can do here. Oh, see, that's what happens is it just gets super wonky. I can, let's see. All right. All right. So let's say that's my basic outline of the star. Again, I'm not a fan of spline. I'm going to redo this. But anyhow, I'm not going to do it now. Let me get the mouth here. I'm going to go back to control vertex spline here, which is what I prefer. Now, I can probably get that done with an arc, the rest of the spline. That'd probably be better for the bottom of the mouth. Yeah, that's better for that. All right, the eyes is going to be an ellipse. Now this might have a couple different layer size. So ellipse, I think is one side. Nope, it's in the center. Mess that up. Center, there. We'll do another one over here, center. I'm going to try to figure out where the symmetric axis is here. There. All right, so let me just leave it there for now. And let me show you the surface extrusion. All right. All right, so let's say you get your sketch approximately done. And now you want to make your outline. So I'm going to extrude the circle. Let me make the sketch. Let me make the drawing picture I put in there not visible. So I'm going to turn off the visibility there. I'm going to extrude, and I'm going to select as an output surface. All right? So pause for a second, guys, and just take a look up here for a second. I'm going to select my output, a surface. All right? And with surfaces, what you do is you select lines. So that's going to be my first surface. This is going to be a cutout. All right? So this cutout is going to be 1 inch. No, I'm going to make it 3/4, 3/4. All right? So that'll be a good cookie cutter size. I hit OK. My sketch disappeared as it always does on your first extrusion. Turn the visibility back on. All right. I'm going to extrude the star now. Okay? So I got to kind of plan this out, right? I should have maybe accounted for this. The star outline, I want to be deeper than the eye. So I'm going to make the star outline. I'm going to extrude that. I want it to be deeper. I want to be less 3/4 minus 1/8, right? I want to be 3/4 minus 1/8. And you can do math in these, which is awesome. All right, so the outline is going to be the deepest thing cut into the cookie. The outline of the star. Okay? Now, I'm going to extrude the eyes. These I'm going to just press into the face. So this is actually going to be a solid extrusion. Solid extrusion. I'm not going to make them an outline. Or maybe, yeah, so let's say it's a solid extrusion. And the mouth as well, I'm going to make the same. I'm going to get the mouth. There we go. Now, how far do I want these to go? This 3/4 minus 1/8. I don't want these to go as deep as the outline of the star. So rather than minus 1/8, I'll do minus 3/16. All right. We talked about this in class a little bit. It might be easier to do this metric. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you. 3/16 is a little bit more off of that. Okay. So there we go. Now, these aren't real like if I export this STL right now, it's just the only thing solid are these eyes and this mouth. So how do I make these solid? Well, what I'm going to do is thicken the shell. So right here under modify, thicken offset, I'm going to thicken this. Now how big should these be? They should be about 0.05. They shouldn't be that thick. And then the direction, you want to send it out or in? Well, that kind of depends on you. It's either going to go in from the surface, out from the surface, or symmetric around the surface. Probably the best way to go is to make it symmetric. Face, this should work fine for this. This one shouldn't give us any problems if we hit apply. The star might give us problems. Let's see what happens when we do the star. See, you have to select, because it wasn't one continuous line, you have to select the different parts of the surface to get them to go together. And quilt, okay, quilt will select everything at once if you select the quilt option. All right. I'm also going to make it 0.05. Hit apply. Now, you might, so now if you're looking at it, right, you can kind of look at it from the side view. I can see these three different layer heights, the cut, the emboss, and the less emboss, right? Now, keep in mind, your dough is going to have to be at least 1/4 of an inch thick when you roll it out. And you're going to experiment with that. Now, you need to connect these things up somehow. Well, probably the easiest way to go here, all right, keep in mind, I extrude this up, right? So if I go back to my home view, I extrude it up. That's a good thing to note, guys. If you're going to do text or anything, you're going to want to extrude it down. So actually, this I probably should extruded all these the other way, shouldn't I? Because when I press it in the dough, it's going to be mirrored. So let me show you how to fix that. All you have to do is change the direction here. Okay? Accept. Oops. Accept. This one. Accept. It's saying it's failed, but I'll just say I have to redo the thickens. Let me delete those thickens. And then this one I'll also accept. I should have done that from the beginning, is send them the other way. Sorry about that. Thicken, boom. Quilt is useful, boom. See, that's the one. See, that's the thing. You can't get more than one surface at a time. That's one of the issues. All right. Now this one wasn't symmetric, was it? I want to make it symmetric. All right. No, it won't be symmetric. Okay, it won't do that. It's giving me an error. Okay. So now I extruded it down, so it'll be the right orientation when I press it into the dough. But we're not done yet. We can't just have that stuff floating. So what you want to do, start a sketch on this surface here. All right. And you got to make a support structure. You probably want to project some geometry here. One of the first things you probably want to do, let's see, will it allow me to project this geometry? Yeah, I guess it will. Get some geometry projected here. And I'll show you why that is in a second. So now we need to make some support structure. So I'm going to do an offset. I'm going to add a little bit of material around it to give it some strength, and also to press it and make it a little bit easier. So I'll probably make that 0.2 inches to offset. This one I might see if I can offset too. It's not going to let me do that. Geometry is too complex. I'll just have to add some support structure. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use rectangles to do this. All right. And first thing I'm going to do is make a rectangle right across the middle here to get the eyes connected up. See that? Get the eyes stuck on there. All right. The dimensions of this aren't that important, but just, I don't know. Maybe it'd be smart to make it something reasonable. And then make that mouth stuck. And, you know, overall, I guess I'm going to add some rigidity to the part in doing this. So, all right. Again, I'm just kind of randomly making these to get it all stuck on there. Oh, I'm going to move this over a little bit. All right, maybe I should make it so that'll be fine. Then I might support some of these star points that aren't connected to anything, like here, here, and here. And this might be easiest done with a line. Otherwise, you have to, oh, let's try the 3-point center. Ah, there you go. That's a nice option because then you can automatically get it in an angle. Maybe I want to go straight across, like across an X here. That might be a good idea. There'll still be, still be plenty of space. So I'll start approximately in the middle. I'll go straight across here. Oh man, is that us? Wow. Holy cow. Time flies when you're having fun. Alright, let me finish this. And then you guys can save your work, head out. Alright, so I'll stop the video. Well, I'm going to pause the video there and get you guys out of here. Then I'll come back and... Okay, they just cleared out. Ran out of time there. Sorry about that. So now I'm just going to trim this up, extrude this down in, and we have our basic design. So let me see. I'm going to get back into this sketch. Trim it up. Oh, it's not going to like me trimming that with those dimensions there. I'm going to just kill those really quick. All right, trim out everything we don't need. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, I'm going to make... because the other sketch being visible makes things kind of a pain. I might turn off the visibility on that sketch. Guess we don't need that, that, that. Trim off the stuff we don't need. I'll see what it does for us here. Oh man. Alright. Let me turn off the visibility of this other sketch here real quick. Making it harder to see everything. Alright, go back into the sketch. Alright, continue with the trimming here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, I just want to, you know, I probably could have just trimmed the stuff that was hanging off the outside and been done with it. Let me trim out some of the stuff on the inside. It's all going to be one solid piece. Now, the only problem with this is it is leaving kind of a lot of material in the middle. And if for some reason your dough gets stuck, that could be a pain. But, I wish you could highlight and trim. It's like all these little spots between even the construction lines. That's why it does that. It's because these are construction lines. So they're also something that can be trimmed. So let's see. Okay, this one up this side will go easier. You know, be careful you don't trim out something that you're going to need. Don't need any of this. almost there, I think. You don't have to worry about the construction lines. I was just being particular. And that should be about it. Let's finish sketch. All right. Oh, whoops. Missed a huge portion. Whatever that is, let's see if we can get rid of that. What is that? Oh, it's an arc or something, I think. All right. So let's see if we can detect these surfaces. Nice. 0.05. And I'm gonna send it down so that it kind of gets fused in with that layer. Make sure it's solid. So we'll have a nice, easy to print cookie cutter here. And there you go. Now I'm gonna go back and add some more to this, and I'm probably gonna fix this spline up because I'm not in love with the quality of it. But there's the basic cookie cutter. We'll print it like that. Should print very nicely. It's a fun little project. My kids have enjoyed this. You know, I usually, what I do on the bottom is, I usually put my name. You know, I'll probably put this for Emily. Probably put a text here. Say to. All caps work better. And then I pick a font. Calibri is a nice basic font. Calibri, bold, and I probably do it 0.2. Oh, it's huge. Whoops. We'll rotate that. I like that, the center point. We'll go 90 degrees, or 270, yeah. So, drop that down. 0.15. All right, and kill some of these spaces, or I'll do a little dash. See how big that is. So I'll fine tune that, and I'll extrude that in. All right, so it's always there. Oh, but that's the only thing. This isn't very thick, right? So it's going to be 0.2. We're making a cut. And go change direction. All right, there it is. Basic cookie cutter. I'll work on it a little bit more, get it fine-tuned. Hopefully you find this to be fun. We'll get them 3D printed. We'll practice making some stuff. Take it easy.